How many of y'all out there had a pet fish when y'all were younger? Probably most of y'all watching this video. I feel like having a fish as a kid was an essential part of life. They're just a pretty calm pet for a kid to have. And it teaches them how to be responsible. You know, you gotta clean the water, feed them. It's a piece of cake, right? So back in elementary school, our school would have these random little events where kids can like go in and buy a ton of random stuff that a kid would like. It was pretty much like a book fair, except with like random novelty items as well. Now, when I was a kid, I had no type of money, so it was pointless to even think of going to one of those types of events unless I legit got on my knees and begged my parents for money. I'd have to set up entire PowerPoint presentations explaining why they should consider giving me $20 so I can go buy a Diary of a Wimpy Kid book, a SpongeBob pen, and one of those stretchy glove things that got stuck to the walls and got dirty and covered in hair in less than 20 minutes. And now that I'm really thinking about it, they were really scamming us kids with those prices for some of these items. One of those multicolored pens would cost like $10 just for it to break in 10 minutes. Got me feeling like a whole idiot when I get to the last period and got nothing to flex. But anyway, they were hosting one of these events again, and luckily this time I actually had... Did I just whistle with my damn teeth? What was that? Luckily this time I actually had money, and they were selling even more stuff than usual. Like a lot more stuff. And one of those new things being sold were goldfish. Not the snack that smiles back. Actual living goldfish, which, hold on. Isn't selling fish at school kind of crazy? Like, now that I'm actually sitting here and processing everything, that doesn't seem very smart, like, at all. Like, I feel like they should have had it be like, if you're gonna buy a fish, you need to like have your parent or guardian there while you buy it. Because what if your parents don't want you having one? All of a sudden, they just see their kid come home with a whole pet fish. I don't know how they got away with that, but anyway. So as I'm looking around, I see the goldfish, and in my little kid brain, I'm thinking, I never had a pet before. It's just a little fish. And I mean, I have the money, like, I might as well spend it. I don't really think I want to read Captain Underpants anymore. I didn't even think about it. I just instantly bought one. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember what I named him, so we're just gonna call him Shmunk.
Clean me up!
Like I said before, I've never had a pet before, so 10 minutes into having him, I felt the deepest connection with him. Once I got home with Shmunk, I would legit just sit there and watch him swim around in his little cup that he came in for hours. I can only imagine what that looked like from his POV. I was having the time of my life watching him. But you remember the part in the beginning of the video where I said having a fish is good because it teaches kids how to be responsible and all that? Oh boy. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was a very, very dumb child. Like, it's kind of concerning how dumb I was at times. It's like when I was born, some of the brain cells that have common sense in them were kind of just removed from my skull. And having a fish did not make me use any more neurons in my brain. After a while of watching Shmunk swim around, I decided it was probably time to feed him. Now, I didn't have any kind of fish food because when I bought him at the event at school, they didn't really tell me I was supposed to get any. I didn't know. I don't even think the event had any fish food. So as I was looking around for something to feed Shmunk, I landed on bread, okay? I landed on bread. Which, in fact, you're actually not supposed to give a fish, apparently. Look, bruh, I didn't know any better. What was I supposed to feed him? Cocoa Pebbles? I ended up giving Shmunk like 2 small bits of bread and called it a day, thinking I was just an absolute genius. And that night, I remember leaving him on top of the microwave before going up to my room to sleep. I gave him a little smooch and went upstairs. Then boom, it's the next morning. I was getting ready to go to school and I was super excited to see Shmunk. I run downstairs and he's gone. He wasn't on the microwave anymore. So at first I'm like, okay, maybe one of my parents moved him somewhere else. When I tell you I spent the next hour or so just looking around for Shmunk, I even checked in the backyard. What business does a fish have in the backyard? And guess what? Nothing. I found nothing. He just completely vanished without a trace. And my heart was completely shattered, bruh. I legit thought bro wasn't feeling me and just decided to leave me. Had me feeling like SpongeBob looking for Gary in that one episode. I spent that whole day at school just in my feelings thinking about Shmunk, hoping that I would randomly see him in the halls and we would be reunited again. But of course, it never happened. I never saw him again. Ever. But what's funny is I low-key forgot that this happened until it randomly popped up in my brain while I was laying down. And after thinking about it, I low-key think Shmunk died. And my parents must have saw his body and then got rid of him before I did. Or he actually did leave. It's kind of crazy to think about it, because whenever I was a little kid, I fully believed he just walked out on me. I didn't have a singular thought in my brain that he had died, after only feeding him 2 little pieces of breadcrumbs. I'm so ashamed of myself. Shmunk was the only pet I ever had, and I know pet fish usually don't last that long since they typically don't have like a long lifespan. But bro didn't even last a full day. I'm done thinking about this. If you want to pay respects to Shmunk, just leave a like on the video and subscribe. Is that messed up? My fault, Shmunk.
Yeah, yo!